Okay. Today's topic is last class we studied how to find voltage, current, power in resistive network. Now we'll study how to find voltage, charge, energy in capacitive. So questions are like this. Find voltage in each capacitor, then charge in each capacitor, then energy in each capacitor, total energy stored in network, then total energy supplied by source. So these are the possible questions, and we are dealing with the capacitive structure. Last class resistive network, now capacitive network. So network is like this. Same structure I am taking. Concept is important. I am applying voltage source. So this is the structure I am taking. Parallel, series, parallel, series. I can also take in other way. Here begin with parallel, ending with series. I can also take begin with series, then parallel, then again series, end with parallel. So what is the difference between these two? Here I started with series, parallel, then series, end with parallel. Here begin with parallel, end with series. We can also do like this. Begin with parallel, end with parallel. Begin with the series. I keep one more capacitor, end with the series. So these are all same different possible networks. So if you know how to analyze that one, any circuit we can analyze same way. Now I am taking 30 microfarads, 60 microfarads, 90 microfarads and 45 microfarads, then 90 microfarads applied with 45 volts. So I have selected numericals such a way that we can analyze easily without a calculator. So this is the problem. These are the possible questions. Now how to solve this solution? Now step by step I am analyzing so that everybody will understand. These three parallel. So first I simplify that. So first step is 90. Those two are parallel. So this is also 90 microfarads. Here 45 micro 90 micro 45 volts. Then 9090 series, that is equivalent to 45 microfarads. Just step by step I am doing so that everybody will understand. So these two series becoming 45. 45 parallel, that is equivalent to 90 micro 90 micro so last step is 90 micro is in series, that is equivalent to 90 series. Now you will get 45 microfarads, 45 volts. So step by step reduce it to this one. You can't combine these two, it's a source, single capacitor. Now voltage in each capacitor, let us start answering this. So here capacitor is charged to voltage of 45 volts. This capacitor charged to voltage of 45 volts. Single capacitor charged to 45 volts in 0 time. Now this 45 is divided between these two. What are the properties? Capacitor series means charge same but voltage divide. Charge same, voltage divide. But in the process of voltage division, these two are equal na, 90 micro. So both the capacitors divide applied voltage equally. So voltage here is 45 by 2. Voltage here also 45 by 2. Okay. Now capacitors parallel means what is the property? Voltage is same, charge divide. What is the voltage here? 45 by 2. So here also voltage is 45 by 2. 45 by 2. Here 45 by 2 parallel. So here also same, here also same. This is anyway same. Now this voltage is 45 by 2. Voltage here is 45 by 2, but these two are series na. Series means voltage divide, charge same. So what is the voltage we get here? 45 by 4. Here also 45 by 4. This 45 by 2 divide equally, 45 by 4, 45 by 4. This is 45 by 2. So in this 45 by 2. So finally, if you come here, this voltage is 45 by 2. This capacitor same, 40 by 2 volts. Here 45 by 4. 45 by 4. Now 45 by 4, these two are parallel. Parallel means what is same? Voltage same. So 45 by 4. In this also 45 by 4, in this also 45 by 4, equal voltages. Now how do you prove that it is correct? This is 45 what we are applying. So 45 equal to 45 by 2 plus 45 by 4 plus 45 by 4. You are getting same thing now. This is also equal to this plus this plus this. This is also equal to this plus this. So sum of the voltages in the loop is equal to 0. Law is satisfied. Therefore what we have done up to this is correct. So what we have done till now is this voltage in each capacitor. From the voltage we have to find a charge. Remember, whenever we are dealing with capacitor, what is the formula? V equal to Q by C. This formula you should not forget. Q by C. Voltage we got it. Now we have to find a charge. Just to multiply these two, voltage and capacitor, you get charge. So to find charge, multiply these two, you get charge. Multiply these two, you get charge. Multiply, you get charge. So everywhere simply multiply these two, you will get the charge in each capacitor. So this is charge over. Next, energy. To find energy, what is energy formula in any capacitor? It is half CV square. So everywhere operate this formula. What is the formula? Half CV square. Half into C into V square. You will get energy in this. Half into C into V square. Like that everywhere calculate the energy. So like that you find the energy. How to find the total energy stored in complete network? Simply go for summation. Just sum it. Sum it. Energy stored here plus energy stored here plus here plus here plus here. Like that you add it. You will get the total energy stored in complete network. How to find total energy supplied by source? That is half into C equivalent into V square. What is C equivalent we got after simplifying? The total C equivalent is only 45 microfarads. So 1 by 2 into 45 microfarads into what is the voltage? 45 na applied voltage is 45 square. So what is the answer? 45 cube by 2 microjoules. 45 cube by 2 microjoules. That is the total energy supplied by the source. If you add it, energy stored here, here and like that, what is that answer also? Should be same. So what are the important laws in any capacitive network is VCE. Like resistor I told you na, VIP, voltage law, current law, power law. Here VCE. Okay, Vice Chancellor of Engineering College, Vasavi College of Engineering, like that you remember. But V is what? Voltage law. C is a charge law. E is energy law. Energy law. How do you verify energy law? D answer, E answer should be same. Total energy supplied is equal to total energy stored. That means E answer should be equal to D answer. If these two are equal, then energy law is satisfied, problem is solved correctly. Voltage law is always in loop. As I said, resistive network also, voltage law is always verified in loop. Then charge law, how to verify? Capacitor series, charge same, voltage divide. Capacitors parallel, charge is dividing. Where charge is dividing, there you verify charge law. That means charge in one capacitor plus charge in another capacitor, add them, you will get the total charge. I will also I can explain charge law with water concept. You take one big bucket, this is filled with water. So this bucket contain some 10 liters of water. 10 liters of water is there in the bucket. This water transfer into two different vessels or two different buckets with different sizes. Not necessarily the same, or it can be same also. So when you transfer this water into these two different buckets, let us assume this can store 4 liters. Then 10 minus 4 here, 6 liters. So how much is transferred here? 6 liters. How much is here? 4. This water, this 4 liters, this 6 liters, if you bring it back, you will get again 10 liters only. So bucket never eat the water. Bucket is always a storing element. It never eat the water. So this quantity, as I said earlier, charge is always compared with quantity of water. So how much quantity? 4 liters. Here 6. So this charge plus this charge is equal to total. This quantity plus this quantity is equal to total. What is this law called as? Charge law. So charge law is verified when capacitors are connected in parallel. Voltage law is in loop. Charge law when they are in parallel. Energy law for entire network. So this is how these three laws are verified. One beauty of this subject is answers you can check yourself with the help of those laws. That is the advantage of the laws. So any capacitive network we should understand with the help of these laws. Circuit will not work as per the law. How circuit is working, we are understanding with the help of law. Be careful on this point. We are analyzing, we are understanding circuit functionality with the help of laws. So that is the powerful advantage of these laws. So this problem analyzed for voltage, charge and energy. What is the other possibility of asking a question is same problem, I am changing the order, changing the sequence. Now this is my first question, this is my second question. So previously we analyzed charge from voltage. Now I am asking how to find voltage from charge. So this also let us do it. Same problem we are analyzing. Problem same, numericals also same. Only change is question style changed. Questions sequence changed. Okay. So same problem, that is reduced to here, from here, again here and here. So we have to start from here and work out back. How to do that? What we have to find first? Charge. What is charge formula? What is the charge formula? Charge is nothing but V into C. Charge is nothing but V into C. So V is what? 45. What is C? 45. So we will get what? 45 square microcoulombs. 45 square microcoulombs is the charge in this capacitor. Just I used this formula, voltage multiplied with the capacitor value, I got the charge. Next, how these two are connected? Series. When capacitor series, what is the property? Charge same but voltage divide. Charge same means what is the charge here? This much. How much is here? The charge in this is 45 square microcoulombs. Charge in this also 45 square microcoulombs. Same charge because they are in series. Again come here. But they are connected in parallel. Na? Parallel what is same? Voltage is same but charge divide. Charge divide. But what is charge divide? So this capacitor value equal, charge also divide equally. When they are equal, equally divide. If they are not equal, using charge division formula, you have to find out. So divide equally. This will become half. So charge in this is 45 square micro by 2. Charge in this also 45 square micro by 2. This anyway same 45 square microcoulombs. So step by step we are going. This anyway same. So 45 square microcoulombs. Now this same. So here 45 square by 2 micro. Now here. So these two are connected in series. Series means what is same? Charge same. What is the charge here? 45 square micro by 2. Charge here also 45 square microcoulombs by 2. Because series same charge. Now again last come here. So this is here 45 square microcoulombs. Now here 45 square 2 microcoulombs. Now this is 45 square by 2 microcoulombs. This one. Now this is what? 90 microfarads. Na? These two are parallel. After simplify you got this. So they are parallel. Parallel means what is same? Voltage same, charge divide. But what is the charge available here? This charge divide between 30 and 60. So how to find the charge in this capacitor? Total charge is 45 square microcoulomb by 2. This is the total. This is the total is dividing between 30 and 60. So you have to use charge division formula. Charge and capacitor, how they are connected directly, na? So when they are directly proportional, what is the charge division? To get charge here, 30 by 30 plus 60, 90. So simplify, you get the charge in this. How to get charge in this capacitor? 45 square microcoulombs by 2 is the total, into 60 by 90. Here 30 by 90, here 60 by 90. So I used charge division formulas. You can also get this other way. Total charge minus this is what? This. As per the charge law. So like this we can analyze charge in each capacitor. Once we know charge, you can find easily voltage. How to find voltage from the charge? Voltage is nothing but charge by capacitor. So charge by capacitor you get voltage, charge by capacitor you get voltage, like that everywhere do it. And we are finding voltage from charge. Energy concept, these three same. Energy previously how I explained, same way you can do this. So in this model we understand how to find charge first, then voltage. Previous model, how to find voltage first, then charge. So these two methods you should know. Even for resistor also, how to find voltage from current, how to find current from voltage. These two you should know it. Next, so I am not analyzing with the current source. If you apply current source, all capacitors will be charging, then voltage will be increasing. At one stage capacitors will blast, melt, damage. So let us not analyze with the current source. Resistive network we have done with voltage source, we have done with current source, but here only analyzing with the voltage source. Now what is the homework I can give? Move this source around the circuit. Now I explained how to analyze by keeping here. What is the homework? Keep this source here. Keep this source here. Then put all these questions same. Again two ways. When you are keeping this source here, first find out voltage, then charge. Later first find charge, then voltage. Just for practice. So once this is over, keep the source here, repeat. Keep the source here, repeat. Keep the source here, repeat. So how many positions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we are moving the source around the problem. Then series parallel will change, answers will change. Don't worry, all answers, just check the answers with the help of law. Voltages in the loop should be 0 and energy supplied, energy stored should be equal. Like that you verify all the answers. So this is how we analyze capacitive network. So resistive over, capacitive over, next inductive network. Inductive network. So again similar structure I am taking. But here I am applying current source only. Apply current source of 1 ampere. So these are the simple numericals. Why I am applying current source only? If I apply voltage source to inductor, what will happen? Inductor voltage source if I apply, what is the problem? The current will be increasing. What is the current formula? Current equal to 1 by L integral V dt, 0 to t. You get Vt by L. So VL constant with the time current increasing. So time is increasing, current increase at t equal to infinite. What is the value of current? Is infinite. What is the inductor specification as I told earlier? L and I. This inductor can withstand or comfortable up to rating value of this current. So if rating current of 4 amps, so up to 4 amps it is safe, but if you send 5 amps, smoke will come. That's why don't apply voltage source to inductor. Same way, don't apply current source to capacitor. That concept explained earlier. This also now I am explaining. Resistor specification is what? Resistor and power. Capacitor specification C and V. Inductor specification L and I. That is the reason I am applying current source. I am not applying voltage source. What are the questions, possible questions? Find current in each inductor. So resistor we have done current voltage, capacitor voltage and charge. Now inductor not voltage, not charge, it is flux. Flux in each inductor. So here flux is important. Capacitor charge is important. Resistor voltage and current. Then third question, energy. Energy in each inductor. Next to total energy stored in complete network. Then total energy supplied by source. Total energy supplied by source. So these are the possible questions for any inductive network. If they ask voltage, what is the answer you give? Generally they don't ask voltage and power. What is voltage? L di by dt na? So DC current, what are the currents flowing? Constant current. Derivative of constant is what? 0. So voltage is always 0. This voltage 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Everywhere zeros only. That's why they are not asking what is voltage. But if they ask, you have to tell 0. Power is nothing but voltage into current. Na? So once voltage is 0, what is the power also? 0. What is power in each element? 0. What is voltage in each element? 0. That's why they are not asking to find voltage and power. Similarly, capacitor network also. So possible questions are, these are the possible questions. Now same structure, numericals different, but here current source. So let us start with current in each inductor. Whenever we are dealing with inductor, what is the important formula you should remember? I is equal to psi by L. This is the basic formula. All formulas we have discussed earlier, you remember. So find current. This is giving how much current? 1 ampere. What is the current here? 1 ampere. After inductor also same. This 1 ampere current to divide between 4 Henry and total equivalent. What is this total equivalent? 3, 6 parallel is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4, 4 equal, current divide equally. So 1 by 2 Henry, 1 by 2 amps, current na 1 by 2 amps. So this 1 by 2 will come up to here, and this 1 by 2 divide between inductors. So you have to use what? Current division formulas. Inductor current division, flux division already given. So use those formulas. you get 1 by 3 amps here, 1 by 6 amps here. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6 is what total? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is what? 1 ampere. So it is giving current of 1 ampere. How much current coming back? 1 ampere. Now it's a cross check. Same, therefore we are in safe zone. We have not done any mistakes. So current in each inductor is over. Next you have to find the flux. To find flux, what is the formula? Multiply these two, inductor and current multiply. So when you are multiplying these two, 8 into 1, you get 8 Webers. What is the flux units? Webers. Charge units? Coulombs. So you have to talk in terms of Webers. 2 into half, 1 Weber. 1 by 2 into 4, 2 Webers. 1 by 3 into 3, 1 Weber. 1 by 6 into 6, again 1 Weber. So like this, we have to find the flux in each inductor. So simply multiply, you get flux in each inductor. If you forget this formula, then gone. What is the total flux in entire network? Total flux in whole network is not 8 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. It is not like that. It is not like that. Then how to find the total flux? Properties are important. Inductors parallel means current dividing but flux same na. What is flux here? 1 Weber. What is flux here? 1 Weber. What is flux in this total? Is 1 Weber only. Because parallel current dividing flux remain same. So this is 1 Weber. Now series current same but flux divide na. 1 Weber become 2 Webers. And 2 Webers parallel. So total again remain same only 2 Webers. 2 Webers plus 8 become 10. So what is the total flux? Is 10 Webers. If you got a doubt, this 10 correct or wrong, we want total flux na. Total flux is nothing but total L equivalent into current. What is total L equivalent? 3, 6 parallel 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 4, 4 parallel 2, 2 plus 8, 10. L equivalent to 10, current 1, so how much you get? 10 Webers. So therefore 10 Webers correct. By chance if you add like this 8 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2, you will get more value which is wrong. All of you try to keep your attention, understand network with the support of laws which are there already. Circuit never work the way how you are thinking. You have to understand its functionality with the help of laws. Our seniors already done some work, they framed some laws. Now our job is simplified. We should understand with the help of laws. So that is very, very important. So these two over. Next, energy. What is energy formula for inductor? Half Li square. Half Li square. So everywhere operate half Li square. You get energy here. Half Li square, you get energy here. Everywhere do that, you get the energy stored in each inductor. Then what is the total energy stored? Total how do you get? Simply go for summation. That is similar to capacitor. What is total energy supplied by source? Half into L equivalent into I square. Half into, what is the total L equivalent? We got 10. Current we are sending 1 ampere. So this is 5 joules. What is E bit answer is 5 joules. When you do the summation in this D bit, what is the expected answer? Compulsorily it will be 5 joules only. If you are getting something else, somewhere it is wrong. Somewhere it is wrong means either current division wrong or a series parallel wrong. So you have to be careful. If energy law is satisfied, automatically current law satisfy, flux law satisfy, and everything automatically checked. So this is how we have to analyze. So first we find out current, then flux, energy, summation, total supplied by source. What is next possibilities? Change the order of the question. How to change? This is A bit, this is B bit. So first let us work out flux. From the flux you have to find current. From the flux you can find current. Previously from the current we got the flux. So reverse engineering. Both the ways you should know. Both the ways you should know. Sometimes finding this is easy, sometimes finding this is easy. Depending on the problem, depending on the question, depending on the situation, you have to select. So again same problem, just sequence changed. So let us concentrate on flux. To find flux, first find total flux. What is total? This formula always remember, I is equal to psi by L. So what is the total flux formula? L equivalent into I. L equivalent to 10 henries, 1 ampere. So you get to 10 Webers. 10 Webers. Total flux in entire network is 10 Webers. Now this network, what is this network equivalent? 3, 6 parallel is 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4, 4 parallel 2 henries na? This equivalent to 2 Henry, 8 Henry. How these two are connected? They are connected in series. When two inductors connected in series, what is same? Current is same, but flux is dividing. Flux is dividing. Which flux is dividing? This 10 Webers divide between 8 Henry and 2 Henry. So flux division formula. What is flux division formula? Total is 10 into 8 by 8 plus 2, 10. Why 8 got, why not 2? How these two are related? Flux is L into I na? So flux and inductor, how they are correlated, related directly, not inverse relation. That's why to find flux here 8 is coming. If they are inverse relation, then 2 will come here. To find here 8 will come. So be careful about the formulas. So after simplification, what you get? 8 Webers. Previously also we got same answer na, 8 Webers. Approach different but answer should be same. In this 2 Henry, total 10 na, 10 minus 8 is how much? 2 Webers. So in this total equivalent, 2 Webers are there. Now keep your attention in that box only. What is this equivalent now? This equivalent of 4 Henry na? 3, 6 parallel is 2, 2 plus 2, 4. 4, 4 parallel. Parallel, what is dividing? Current divide, but flux remain same. Flux same. So how much is 2 Webers? So here 2 Webers will be there. Here also, in this equivalent also 2 Webers. In this also 2 Webers. in this also 2 Webers. Now this 2 Webers further go inside. What is this equivalent? 3,6 parallel is 2 Henry. 2 Henry connected in series. Series, what is same? Current same, but flux will divide. How much divide? This 2 divide between 2 Henry and 2 Henry. So 1 Weber will be here, 1 Weber will be here. And these two are parallel, na? Current divide, flux same. So what is the flux here? 1 Weber. Flux here also 1 Weber. So like this we are finding. They are all flux. So I hope it is clear. So once flux is known, how do you get current? Flux is known, divide, you get the current. So we are finding current from the flux. Energy anyway half Li square. Total energy stored is again summation. So this CD is same as previous. I am not explaining this again. So this is how we can analyze inductive network with the current source. What is homework in this problem? Keep this source here. Solve all these questions. Repeat all these by moving this source here, 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 here and so on until you get a confidence. Among all which is tough, keep this source here or here and do it. If you have done that correctly, we can stop it. It is so much confusing when this source is here, not getting answers means you are not confident. Try until you get correct answer. Because of so many mistakes, repeat, keeping this source here and repeat again. So until you are confident and keep on move the source and do it. How do you verify answers? Don't get panic of answers. Don't ask me what is the answer. Energy law satisfied means you are correct. Current law satisfied. Current law, where do you verify? Node. Current law is always set to node. Flux law, when inductors are in series. Series current same, flux dividing. So series verify flux law. Current at node you verify. Energy law, how do you verify? Total energy supplied by source should be equal to total energy stored in entire network. Like that you verify energy law, flux law, current law. What is the summary? Any resistive network, what are the laws I said? VIP. Capacitive network, VCE. Inductive network, flux law, current law, energy law. So this energy is same anyway. Now we have a flux law extra, then current law is I. Flux law, current law, energy law. Voltage law, charge law, energy law. Voltage law, current law, power law. These are the important laws. Don't apply charge law in inductor. Don't apply flux law in capacitor. Don't apply charge law or flux law in resistor. These are the very, very important. This is in loop. This is at node. This is for complete network. This is in loop. This is when capacitors are in parallel. Okay. Flux law, when inductors are in series. This is at node. This is again total network. This is for total network. This is for total network. This is for total network. Okay. So these are the laws. I explained meaning of voltage law with the help of water concept, current law with the help of water concept, charge law with the help of water concept, flux law not possible. Okay, but verify this flux law when inductors are connected in series. So remember these things, and all these circuits, either resistor or capacitor or inductor, you might have noticed that number of sources what we applied is only one. So voltage division, current division, all of them applicable to single source. So previous class we studied this topic na, voltage division, current division, charge division, flux division. So this is applicable to single source problem. Applicable to single source problems. So number of sources in the network should be single. Basically series parallel applicable to single source. So all these formulas also applicable to single source. If any network source is only one, either voltage source or current source or DC or AC, don't go for nodal or mesh analysis. Comfortably apply these formulas only. Nodal mesh is the advanced technique, that is like AK-47. You can kill any animal, using AK-47. That's a powerful tool. But voltage division, current division, they are all small tools. So apply this when you have only one source. So what is the advantage of this? Advantage of voltage division, current division and so on, applicable with single source. So all single source problems easily we can analyze using these formulas. What is the disadvantage? What is the disadvantage of this? Not applicable when more than one source is present. More than one source is present. More than one source is present. More than one. 2 are there, 3 are there, don't use this. Only one is there, use this. But you should know these formulas correctly. So advantage is this, disadvantage is this. Advantage is analyze with single source. Disadvantage is more than one source, don't apply. If more than one source is there, this disadvantage is eliminated using Kirchhoff laws. So there are two laws are there. Kirchhoff laws. One law is KVL, other one is KCL. So Kirchhoff voltage law, Kirchhoff current law. Already concept explained. Now I am using another tag K, Kirchhoff. So Kirchhoff voltage law, Kirchhoff current law. Kirchhoff, don't worry, scientist name any way you can pronounce. So from this KVL and KCL, next nodal and mesh analysis is developed. Nodal and mesh analysis. So next class topic is Kirchhoff laws, KVL, KCL, law statement mathematically, sign convention, nodal and mesh analysis. So nodal and mesh analysis is a revision for you. To understand nodal and mesh, again prerequisite for nodal and mesh is this. These things you have already studied. Studied different, understanding different, knowing is different. I know that you know it. I know that you did not understand. If your understanding is extension of knowing, then application. Application means once you understood whatever you understood, apply in solving different problems. If you are able to solve, when you are able to apply, confirm that you understood. So understanding is important. That's why again I am revising all these topics for understanding and apply these things for different small problems. Then you will get a practice, then you will get a confidence. Any problem, whatever problem I am solving, that problem will not come in the exam. Problem can be anything. If you know driving, you should know how to drive anywhere in Hyderabad. No sir, I drive only in Kukatpalli, I can't drive in Dilshuk Nagar, I can't drive in Vijayawada means you don't know how to drive. You know driving means anywhere you should able to drive. You know voltage division means any problem can be anything. You should know how to apply this, and so on. So this is the next class, next topic, node aligned mesh. So okay.